everyone. Welcome to ForB's English Lesson video. I'm Kevin, and for today's video, we're going to look at two expressions. In case of and in the case of. You'll notice these two phrases are very similar, only one word difference. But when we use them in conversation, we actually use them quite differently. Let's look at two example sentences and try to guess which phrase fits in each one. So our first one, bring an umbrella, rain. Which one fits there? And our second one, many students in the US learn French as a second language. My high school, 60% of students studied French. Which one fits here? Do you know? Well, the first one, bring an umbrella in case of rain. The second one, in the case of my high school, 60% of students studied French. So, what's the difference between these two sentences and the phrases that fit? So, in case of, we use to talk about precautions, something we should do now to prepare for a possible bad event in the future. So bring an umbrella now in case of rain. So it might rain in the future, we'll have an umbrella, we'll be prepared for that bad event. But when we look at in the case of, it talks about specific examples. So in the second sentence, we were speaking in general about what many Americans study as a second language. Then I gave a specific example of my high school, so we used in the case of to show that example. So even though there's one word different, the, in case of a precaution, in the case of a specific example, we have to use them quite differently. Let's look at two new sentences, and again, try to guess which phrase fits for each one. Our first one, Americans, chicken is more popular than fish. Our second one, theft, keep a separate record of your credit card information. So looking at these two sentences, which phrase fits for each one? Okay, our first one, in the case of. Again, we're given an example of what Americans tend to eat. So in the case of is correct. And our second one, in case of theft. We're preparing for a possible theft in the future by now keeping a separate record of our credit card information. So for the second one, in case of is the best choice. So, I hope you understand that difference, in case of and in the case of, and how we use them differently. Before we go, there is a final situation I'd like to talk about, kind of a special situation. Sometimes you might have seen official signs or heard official announcements where they say things like, in case of fire, push this button. Or, in the case of an emergency, call this number. This is a kind of special situation where actually both phrases are okay. Either one is okay, and they mean basically the same thing. In these situations, these official or formal situations, we're talking about what we should do when this event occurs. So in case of fire, when the fire happens, then you push the button. Or in the case of an emergency, when the emergency happens, at that time, call the number. So you'll notice for this official situation, it's actually quite different from how we normally use these phrases. Again, normally, in case of is something we're doing before the bad event to prepare for it in the future. And in the case of has nothing to do with warnings or precautions. It's just a specific example. I often hear students say in case of when they're trying to give an example. In those situations, in the case of is better. So please try to remember that when you're talking with English friend or native speaker. Well, thank you very much for watching our video. I hope you found it interesting and useful. Remember, if you'd like to check out some more English videos, please subscribe to our channel. There are lots of videos there. Thanks very much. We'll see you next time.